Sometimes you reach a point where nothing's going right, and it feels like even the people closest to you don't want to know you. It feels like every move you make is just another mistake, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't pull yourself out of that slump. Sometimes. Imagine the pain of a man that's old and frail, sitting beside of his wife as her heart monitor fails. It's as if his life is flashing before his eyes. He places his head in his palms as he begins to cry. Why is it? The heart goes cold and the tears run dry. It's as if the body's giving up and the mind just wants to die. His shadow was with the angels and he's been left behind to attempt to walk the trench of loneliness wearing a smile. Where do you go for help when everything that you love is lost, and you do anything to get it all back no matter the cost? You sacrifice your own life placing your back on a cross, until you realise some people are made to betray your trust. Well-built relationships that crumble to dust and leave you questioning whether the work is worth the fuss. Hearts get crushed and emotions are brushed aside. Stay a goal's a hard choice, but I find it easy to decide. I have too much pride, and I refuse to get caught up inside of a gigantic web of lies. And if that spider tries to spin that web on you, just cut it loose and find someone that respects you for what you do. Never hate yourself and always aim for happiness. Shoot for the stars and drift past the nastiness. You're worth a lot more than what you think you are. It's just a shame there's no script written for how evil people are.
Sometimes I really hate myself. Sometimes I wish that I could change myself. Sometimes I don't wanna give no more, and sometimes I just don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I don't know where to go for help. Sometimes I don't really know myself. Sometimes I wish that I could fly away and find a way to a brighter day.
Sometimes life can do you real bad hand. You feel like you're in World War I, out in no man's land. But take your situation and realize that it could be reversed. So in the context of things, they couldn't get any worse. I've seen people I love die, but really who hasn't? Death can affect some people in ways you couldn't imagine. I've been a prick to people I care about down the frustration. Big up to Munrobot for asking me to do this collaboration. As I've matured, I've been able to open my eyes to situations arising, the reason being disguised. Unable to understand how people are believing these lies. They're too naive to see, but is this really a surprise? I dream through a day when the world will finally be stable, but with history repeating itself, I don't think we would be able. The incompetent and ignorant, I'm enclosed and surrounded. So to all those listening, it's time to stand up and be counted.
Sometimes I really hate myself. Sometimes I wish that I could change myself. Sometimes I don't wanna give no more, and sometimes I just don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I don't know where to go for help. Sometimes I don't really know myself. Sometimes I wish that I could fly away and find a way to a brighter day. Sometimes I really hate myself. Sometimes I wish that I could change myself. Sometimes I don't wanna give no more, and sometimes I just don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I don't know where to go for help. Sometimes I don't really know myself. Sometimes I wish that I could fly away